1 minute past 9 o'clock. It's Monday, the 11th of October, 2021. Thane Kirby, and we've got Sophia Mantell here for you till about 10:30 tonight. Welcome to the show wherever you are. If you're watching us like it's Tuesday or Wednesday or even the Saturday, hi. This was us live on Monday, 9 p.m. Yeah. Or if you're in the car listening, we're now on Spotify.
If you're listening on Saturday, hopefully something wonderful has happened this week. We just got the old news at 4 p.m. here. If you're living in Auckland, you'll know what I mean.
Yeah. So anyway, first of all, how you doing? You going well there, Sophia?
Yeah, I'm going well. I'm deflated. I'm a wee bit deflated after today's announcement. I was really hoping for some progress, but obviously that's just not the way that this virus works, and it's a bit shit. Yeah. But what do? You just feel a bit devastated, and then you kind of make some plans for the next day. Look, at least we've got these picnics and stuff, and to be fair, the kids love the park, so that's cool. But work-wise, I was hoping for school to go back. I mean, it's one of those things as well where you're hoping for school to go back or something like that, but you don't want it to be a dangerous situation,
Correct. Yeah,
and you wish it was cases were zero and you were back at school.
That's right. Well, okay. So you got to pump up yourself. You got to kind of shake up your routine. You got to get amongst it. You got to, you start living life, put a smile on your face somehow. Yeah. Yeah. This is me trying to get everybody all.
The way.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. All right. You park yourself there. Let's check in with our fact checker. It's like visiting a morgue talking to Sophia there for a second. Welcome to our fact checker. Wow. How are you, mate? All right?
Oh, fucking exciting times. That was such a big show last Friday that I actually had the NSA knocking at my front door. They took a whole stack of paperwork. They took my clipboard. They left me with a 3B1. This is the only way I can access the information.
Wow.
I feel like that's a step up, really.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say anything. So it's exciting times. I'm happy. It's a Monday, of course.
Yeah.
It's Monday, the 11th of October, for fuck's sake, and it's 9 p.m.
Can I bring in Luke Dallow at this time? Luke, welcome to the show. I've just got to address something. The show that we had Vinny Eastwood on, we've committed 2 strikes. The shows have been removed by YouTube for false information, and I've been told off. Yeah. So.
Wow.
Brilliant. It was his false information.
Yeah, it was huge.
Wasn't it?
There you go. It's good to be back, everybody.
Sophia, I told you I was wearing the white T-shirt. Why'd you wear the white T-shirt?
Mine has print on it.
Well, I've got print on mine too.
You got wine on yours, mate.
T-shirt.
I think it would be a graceful move for you to go and change immediately, Luke.
Why me? I'm the Marty. I'm the gang man.
You're the one that's sitting in you look like the prowler sitting in the fuck outside in the dark.
What's going off? The power going off at your house, mate? What's happening?
Oh, I'm trying to work it out.
Where are you alive?
Hey, mate, times are tough, mate. Times are tougher, and we're in lockdown week 8.
How are you?
Well, I know what's happened is I can't get my second screen on, which gives me the glow. The natural glow. With the natural Sopherics, the triangular Sopherics, what they call it. And that just gives me the natural
luminosity.
That's it. Lumen Sopherics.
Okay, guys. Okay. Big show tonight, everybody. We have got a couple of people on. We're speaking. What?
Is it my internet?
I don't know. Matt Bowden is coming up in a couple of seconds, and Naive Nay, she's a TikTok content creator who's been absolutely stoned by Destiny Church for putting up a very controversial TikTok. So, so she's later on the program. Guys, let's get to our special guest, everyone.
Is that like the...
Matt Bowden, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm actually pretty good, guys. How you doing?
Fantastic. Let me introduce you to Sophia, and we got Luke Dallow with us. How are you?
Hey, Matt, how are you, buddy? Geez, you've got lovely eyes, mate. Come closer. You've got amazing eyes.
The windows to the soul, my friend.
Have you got eyeliner on? You've got amazing eyes, mate.
I actually do have some eyeliner on.
Wow, I noticed it straight away. They really highlight your. I love it. So
it pops.
Wow, it pops the eye. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
The eyes are popping. Matt, remember Matt you've got we've all got colourful careers. We've all been doing many other things, but I remember when you were doing the party pills back in the day. Was that about 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago?
Yeah, I guess from about 2000 to 2008 was party pills. We sold 26 million pills to 400,000 consumers on 10.5 million occasions over 8.5 years with 0 deaths or lasting injuries.
Shit, pretty good.
Yeah, the numbers rolling off the front there, Matt.
Yes, numbers. They're big numbers, guys. Yeah. Sorry, this is their first show, it seems like tonight. It's crazy. Anyways.
No, my internet's not working very well, sorry. So it's going in and out for me.
Have you relocated, Sophia?
No, I'm in the same place I usually am.
Was you were the king of the legal highs? We've got a little message here through, which is quite nice.
Yes, king. That's a nice word. Yes,
yep.
King, Lord. Lots of words.
And also Harley saying, AKA Starboy, also a rock and roll pass too.
This is right. Yeah. So this was me. It's this one here, isn't it? Doing a little bit of glam rock, which is where the eyeliner came from, I guess. Just trying to bring the glam rock back. If you just believe, you can do whatever you can believe in. Is my kind of philosophy, you know.
Tell me more about that. What are you doing about Starboy? Tell me more about that. That looks awesome.
Okay, so we did a big theatrical rock show. The idea of an immersive theatrical experience. So we'd start playing as a band, and then like a rift would open in space time, and aliens and zombies and monsters would come through, and just a big performance, so that everyone in the audience is just blown away with just crazy stuff going on. We actually toured Europe and played festivals with flamethrowers and lasers, and just really had a whole bunch of fun.
Did you know that Meatloaf was a opera singer?
Yeah, totally. He's got an amazing voice, isn't he?
He's an amazing. Then he turned into this amazing sort of rock. I love that Meatloaf "Bat Out of Hell" album. I play it quite often going up to Russell, to my little fishing spot up there. I love it. But he's an amazing guy.
Totally.
Excellent. Now, you have been away for 5 years. Where were you? Then you come back to the country, and then we've hit you with a bit of COVID.
Yeah, so after I tried to manage the synthetic cannabis industry, I did my utmost to say, hey, we need to properly test these things, or one of that's going to come along that's going to kill a lot of people. Unfortunately, I suggested that we should also have an alternative to alcohol, which didn't go down well for the industry. And so I just got wiped out. I got sort of asset stripped and made to look really bad. And I had to go hide out in Thailand. So I went and sat in Chiang Mai in monasteries and I sat down and had a really good hard think about what I'd done and whether it really lined up with who I wanted to be and what I was going to do next for 5 years.
Did you get asset stripped?
Yeah.
Oh, the government?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'd made a lot of money. I made millions of dollars, and I threatened the alcohol industry, and so it was all over really fast. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't take my assets. They told my bank to. It's a horrible story. I don't really want to go into it, but don't create an alternative to alcohol. It's not going to go down well.
Wow, that's amazing how alcohol's so protected in this country, huh?
Yeah.
And it's the biggest drug out there. I tell you, it is a nasty drug.
Shit. Just while on this, we've got some video that we want to roll down here. Is this one of yours, man? Oh, looks like it stopped. Yeah, you were talked about all over the world.
Yeah, I guess I was looking for attention, and I got way too much attention, so I don't need attention anymore.
Okay, fair enough. Let's get rid of that then. Hey, thank you very much for the vision there, Benny Mack. Anyway, hey, so talk to me about pretty much why when I was streaming, like going through my internet this morning on Facebook, on social, I saw a post of yours, and you were talking about not being bullied, and you turned a corner when it comes to with people and the approach that you make. Can you just run us through that?
Oh, it's just the idea of don't be bullied into being a bully. Don't be bullied at all. And it's about respecting other people's perspectives, because so much of what's happening in the conversations on the internet is people are being really pushy with each other. And even some of the media are encouraging people to manipulate others. And I've spent such a long time standing up for the rights of those people who want to say yes to taking some drugs that I feel like someone needs to be standing up right now for those people that want to say no to drugs. And because I've tried arguing with the people that say no to drugs before, and they won't have a bar of it. You know what I mean? You can't argue.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So instead, I think we need to just respect where other people are coming from, and so don't break up with your families, don't break up with your friends. Just say, okay, we're going to agree to differ, and just maintain respect for other people's perspectives is how you maintain your own dignity. So this is my message.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up very recently in Thailand.
No. Back in where'd you go to school and stuff like that? And what was your first drug that you ever took other than marijuana?
Okay, so when I went to school at Rosmini College in Takapuna, I came from a Catholic family, and
I'm a Catholic boy too.
Really? The first really cool
drug
drug is when I had asthma, and I went to the doctor, and they said there's a thing called a clinical trial for this pill. Why don't you take these pills and then write down on the piece of paper what happens every day, anything you notice about your day? And so I took the pills and I wrote down everything I noticed, and I went back to the doctor and I gave him the piece of paper. And the things I noticed was that I could see an elephant being led across the courtyard that nobody else could see. And I could see a kid riding a BMX on the roof and no one else could see that. And so I just wrote the things down and then went back and gave it to the doctor. And he's like, oh, God, my mum was sitting there. I was like 12 or something, He said, these are called hallucinations. And I thought, really? That's interesting. But he didn't ask for the pills back. And so I took him back to school and told my friends. They all wanted to buy them. And I guess that's how I started selling research chemicals.
Wow. What a cool story.
I like that story. Yeah.
True story.
Incredible. And then,
what happens if people aren't naturally, upbeat? And what happens if people are very concerned about wanting to get their business and everything back on track and have financial problems and who can't control their temper and will just go absolutely fucking nuts on you if you don't get vaccinated online? How do you help those people? It's tough.
I come from a civil science background. I've spent 20 years managing a pharmaceutical company and negotiating with the government on how safe is safe enough with drugs and developing drug safety standards. And so for me, I'll often talk to them and say, well, it looks like there are some risks with this drug. There are, I think in the CDC in America, maybe 5,000 deaths or something. And so not to say you shouldn't take the vaccination, but you need to understand that those people who don't want to do it, they've got some very genuine concerns. And so in the workplace manager has a legal obligation to understand hazards and risks, and they need to understand them as best they can. And there is a risk of transmission and there is a risk of infection, to really understand those things. And so the government is saying, well, the only tool we've got is a vaccination passport. But for a lot of people, they can't get vaccinated. Some people can't take the injection because they've got a problem with their heart, or they've got an allergy, or someone in their family had a problem with it. And so for those people, we need to say, well, let's see what else you could be doing. Let's see what else we can do. And for the folks that have had a vaccine, what's the next layer of protection? Why don't we get some other voices into the conversation about the next layer of protection? Because we know that vitamin D is going to be helpful. We know that zinc's got a role to play, but you need to get those things properly checked. You can't have too much zinc, and you need to make sure you've got the right levels of vitamin D. So just eating pills isn't the answer. You
own a pharmaceutical company. Are you a pharmacist yourself, or?
No, I spent the last 20 years. I I started working. I went to university professors and said, should I get a degree in pharmacology or drug design or medicine? And they said, I got a lot of tuition, and then guys started coming to me wanting jobs who had double degrees in drug design and pharmacology and all sort of thing. I said, okay, your job is to this, this, and this, and to train me in what you know. So I set up a team with a biochemist and a organic chemist and a drug design pharmacologist and a biopsychiatrist, set up a team, and they had to train me so that I could manage. And I got to the level that I could do a lot of that stuff and manage a team and speak confidently in the media and so on.
Wow.
Doing a great job tonight.
Yeah, you're doing a great job.
Really good.
You pluck your eyebrows?
I don't pluck my eyebrows, no. But I noticed there was a guy in the media recently, I think his name was Tamaki, who had some kind of a fancy tattoo.
Yeah. Fantastic. Hey, so can you walk us through this? You saw this on your page too. The validated immunity? And what's your relationship with validated immunity?
Validated immunity is a group of academics. I'm kind of speaking for them and just trying to coordinate a little bit between getting messaging and so on. The idea is that if you've had your vaccine, and we know the vaccine is, I don't want to get you in trouble for misinformation, so I'm not going to quote a figure, but we know it's not 100% successful at protecting people against infection and transmission, and they can still catch the virus. And so people want to know what's the next level of protection. We talk about risk management like it's a whole lot of slices of Swiss cheese that have got holes in. Masks are okay, but they've got holes. We've got the vaccine, but it's got holes. The next level might be taking the right levels of certain vitamins. So what we're going to do is get a team of academics to go through and do a literature review and look for all of the things that are really going to help reduce your chances of catching and transmitting the virus. Things that we can look for in your blood, like zinc, vitamin D, and anything else, immunoglobulins, interleukins, other immune system indicators. And then you get a blood test regularly. And from the blood test, we make an estimation of what level of viral immunity you have. And we have an app where we put that on the blockchain privately, so that if you need to show somebody, if you want to show somebody else what your level of immunity is, maybe your employer, or maybe somebody at an event, or maybe your cousin, or maybe your mum, whoever, you can just show them a QR code and they can scan it and go, oh, wow, okay, it's extremely unlikely that you're going to be able to catch the virus because you've got either antibodies or vaccine or this level of these other biomarkers. And so that way everyone's on an even playing field, and it's fair, it's a lot more fair and it's a lot more accurate.
Can I just say, isn't it refreshing having someone working on something in the background while not sticking plasters on things now, you know what I mean? This seems like you're getting prepared for the next layer, like you say. And what I'm used to dealing with is we've got this amount of numbers, everybody panic, we need to get vaccinated.
Put fires out.
Yeah, I think about what's happening next. When we developed our drug policy, we kept going to the government and saying, hey, if we develop an evidence-based risk management system, we'll be the envy of the world. Everybody will follow. And so we developed our system. We got to United Nations and got commended. They said, well done, New Zealand. That's the only solution on the table for the emerging drug threat. Unfortunately, America didn't like it and the liquor industry didn't like it. So we kind of got wiped. But so now I'm just thinking, what's something more useful that we can do? Just another evidence-based risk management system is probably a good idea. It's actually the same idea as I had before, but we're using it for something different.
Selena Pearl's asking, tell us how you can check for antibodies.
How you can check for antibodies? Okay, there's a test that you can do. The government were worried that some of the tests might be dodgy, so they stopped people importing them. Right now, look up this word, cantata, C-A-N-T-A-T-A, and it's a study happening at Christchurch University where they want to find out who's got antibodies so that they can track it over a year. Join the Cantata study at Christchurch University and they will test your blood and tell you if you've got antibodies, and you don't have to pay them anything.
Wow, that's bloody
wow.
Join the Cantata study. Everybody should join it. Then we all know.
That's fascinating. There's so much we don't know about what's happening in the background, isn't there? And I feel like we're kind of hanging on every Monday or Tuesday update, whatever it is. And that's kind of all we get, they're so limited in the media in terms of what we're exposed to. And it sounds like you've got a bit of a handle on it. And like Thane said, it's nice to talk to someone who's looking to the future, and also nice to talk to someone who seems level-headed and, like you're not crazy. It's great.
Yeah, very good.
Well done, you.
They're not coming across that way.
Adam Corbett says, sounds
So far, so
logical, but do you think there will still be groups that won't want medical results shared through apps? I'm sure they'll still think you're monitoring them through 5G theorists.
Okay, so what I think we'll do is let's make the system transparent so that people can see how the software works, like they do with Is It Signal? And when we store the data on the blockchain, we're going to store the data, but we're not going to store your name or anything that can identify you. So if someone else guesses the QR codes and looks at the URL, they can't see your name. Your name and your ID is on your phone. And I don't know the technical terms for that. You need a geek to tell you, but it only comes out when you decide that you want to show it to somebody. That's the way the system can work. And if you've got a blockchain,
I think there's actually some tech in Australia that's been developed around owning your own medical information, and it's similar to that. It was started by, what's his name? He's Roxy Jacenko's husband, and he started this, basically an app where you can pull all of your medical files from the system and carry them around and own them yourself, which is a little bit like what you're talking about. I suppose having that ownership over your own medical history, or for that matter, your immunity, I feel like it's an optional thing rather than a mandatory passport that you have to provide. It feels a little bit more of an ownership tool rather than a noose that you're forced to put around your neck. Is that what you're aiming to provide?
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people aren't trusting the governments as much anymore. And I mean, when I was a child, I got told, at a time of war, when there's a war, then a lot of the stuff that you hear in the news isn't the truth anymore, because it's propaganda. They're trying to stir people up for their agenda. And this is a time a bit like a war, isn't it? And so I'm not saying that our government aren't telling the truth, because I don't want to get shot. But I am saying that people don't trust them as much. And so we want community-initiated solutions. So everybody has a part to play at the moment. And so what we need to do is look at the world and say, I don't like where things are going. So I'm going to think about what I want the world to look like. And I'm just going to start walking towards that. And together as a community, let's not rely on the government. They're obviously really troubled and having a real hard time at the moment. So we need to find solutions that are going to work and present them. This is what I did with the drug policy before. We designed the policy and then gave it to them and said, what do you reckon about this? And they said, we're going to consult with the public about it, and came back with basically the same idea, mandated with a stamp on it, And so that's what we need to do. Come up with really good ideas, find the experts, find academics, pull them all together and say, let's do this. And then just get it off the ground. And hopefully Thane will invite you on his show and then everyone will know about it.
Fantastic. There you go. Hey, Benny Mack, I'll bring you in here you've been sitting on the side fact-checking. What's your thoughts?
Greetings, Matt. Thanks for joining us. We've actually, this is the part of the show. I actually got a SMS text message from Ashley Bloomfield. He said that he wanted you guys to, this is a disclaimer, and also he wants you to all, if in doubt, just refer to the official COVID-19 advice as per government guidelines. Because we don't want to be the next deplatformed broadcasters, and I sure as hell don't want to have my assets stripped.
Correct, absolutely. Thanks, matey. That's a very good reminder.
That is a very good reminder. So Matt, one thing you did point out there, it's a tough time for the government at the moment. I mean, geez, they've got to make some big decisions. Who would want to be there, and who would make those decisions? But I mean, recently I've been put down by the government. Very recently, as about 45 minutes ago. Geez, I look rough on the TV tonight.
Wow.
Jesus. And it's a hard time for the government. Tell me, what's your thoughts?
Well, it's the same as when you get pulled over by a policeman and you think, grrr, at him, but then I always try to stop and think about it and say, you're doing this because you want us to do something really good for the community and you're putting your life on the line. And so I don't want to give you any crap, And it's the same with some of these politicians is that they're trying their utmost to do their darndest, you know what I mean? And we don't know what pressure they're under. We don't know what pressure they're under from other organizations overseas or other treaties that they've made or other people that have borrowed money from. We don't know how much pressure they're under, and it's a really difficult job. And then apparently they also sort of dance a little bit for who's paying the money, is what I found out last time around. And so you just don't know how difficult their jobs are, you know, and they've got to try to stay in power. So not so much criticism for those guys, maybe.
Yeah,
Bit of a juggling,
Big Logie says his first message was if the government did nothing, then there'd be anarchy, and people fail to understand how lucky we are given our government's response. Do you reckon? What about you guys just around the room here? Would you go out and protest? Would you, if you were at your absolute wit's end, would you break a law to get the job done, essentially, or to push your cause?
Well, what job are you talking about?
I don't know. To be honest, I want to know, is anarchy true? Would people go out there and commit some crimes to look after themselves and their family? What do you reckon, Luke?
I think that history has proven that anyone would. Don't you think?
I think so. Yeah.
I
think so. You got mixed up with our T-shirts. I thought you said Luke there, Thane. Got white T-shirts on. Yes.
Gotcha. Sorry, what are your thoughts quickly? Thank you, Sophia.
Just quickly, I just think, no, I wouldn't protest. No point. No point to protest. I've got no issue. I mean, I think protesting is a waste of time, to be personal. Hey, look, I support strikes, but I don't support protesting.
Okay. And so,
are you saying though, Thane, in terms of if the government did nothing at all?
Yeah, I mean, because at the moment we're kind of pushed. Kids aren't going to school. We forget about elimination. It's all about vaccination now. We're stressed. There was, like I said before, I was getting a business plan underway, and the person writing the business plan had a medical event, and it ended up they took their own lives. So there is stuff going down that's becoming very, very real now, and I wonder. Well, not what we're going to. I'm just wondering: is people in this room? Would you go out there and do something to make a stand? And I'm just saying, hey, look, I'm not one of these people. I think I'd use a platform to make a stand, as opposed to physically going out on the streets.
I think everyone has their own kind of limit, right? Like, if things started to fall apart society-wise, I feel like everyone would probably just end up rioting and looting and like feeding their family. But I don't think we're there yet.
No. How's the tomato fight going there, Luke? Everyone's after that tomato fight that year.
It's a good point, Matt. I'll just explain to Matt what was happening is that hospitality, I'm in hospitality as well. I sell that alcohol stuff there, Matt, that drug. And hospitality is having a hard time in COVID at the moment. And so what I tried to organise was a tomato fight on the Court of Anglesey and Ponsonby Road between 100 people, 50-50, throw tomatoes and leave the tomatoes on the ground, have blood on the floor to represent hospitality's blood and suffering. But after Bishop Brian Tamati got arrested, I pulled the pin real quick.
Wow. That's radical.
Yeah, I reckon so too. And I just thought, I got a bit of crap from it, but people were into it. Like 250 people ready to go. But I just don't want to be that guy,
Yeah, fair enough.
You can't be as effective if you're in prison, and once you're tainted as well. But you know what? I just think that if you just believe in yourself and believe in yourself and believe. I went from having millions and millions of dollars and a house on the cliff in one of the country, one of them just like 10 cars and a clothing label, a record company, all those kind of things, to just being bang, nothing, to being like in a rice house surrounded by rice paddies, eating rice with farmers, learning how to speak Thai and say and and I just think you need to be able to find, let go of attachment to all the things that you've got used to. And, look at that Great Reset plan. It says that the plan is in 10, 20 years. No one's got only assets or houses. So let go of attachment and find how to find peace inside yourself. Because if you can come to a place where you let go of attachment and find peace, then you can find a place of joy and you can just emanate joy, And this is So I'm not right into protesting or stirring. I just think instead of getting angry and fighting, let's build something better and keep walking towards where we want to go. You know?
Do you put it out like now? I put things out in the universe. I think about them and I just put them out in the universe, and things come back to me. Good things come back to me when you think that positive. Did you learn that in Bali?
No, I learned. My friend, bless his soul, Logan, the guy from the A-Class Party Pill, said to me, Matt, if you want $20 million, all you need to do is hold in your head that you've got $20 million and it's going to happen. Don't let any other thought come in your head. And he sadly passed away. And it does work. If you just hold your intention in your head, then you realize that we're actually creating this universe. You know, we're creating this, and it's here for us. And look at the observer effect in quantum mechanics. You can see that reality changes when people look at it. Where attention goes, energy flows. And so I did that. Okay. And I would say, don't just try to manifest a big pile of money, because my whole life got all screwed up and I hated it and I wanted it all to go away, and bang, it went. And now I try to manifest something else. But totally, you set the attention in your mind and you build the right energy form, which is joy, gratitude, positive energy, and woof, it goes out there, and poof, what you visualize will come back to you. Totally.
You know what? This is probably the best. Absolutely, man. This is the best Reset Monday show we've ever had in a very long time. I'd love to have you back on a Monday to pump up everybody's tires if you're able in lockdown. Totally. It's just incredible. I feel a whole lot better after talking to you.
Yeah, this is the thing. Infectious positivity. I decided this is what I want to do, is be infectiously positive. Like, I came back from Thailand and then we'd had the trauma of losing everything was too much, and it actually ended up costing me my marriage. And so, like, I got a divorce as well. Now, like, I'm a solo dad with some awesome teenagers, and I just think I just need to be totally positive and just be infectious with it. And so I started doing posts on the internet. I've got a website at mattbowden.com where you can book a spot in my Zoom diary if you want to just talk to me for like half an hour, and I'll just send you peace and love.
Are you related to Dominic Bowden?
What was that?
Are you related to Dominic Bowden?
I think we're probably all related. TV host. I'm not sure. You'd have to ask him and see if he'll admit it.
You got the same vibe as him, though. I remember him as an insanely positive guy at some stage. Hey, Benny Mack, what were you saying just quickly?
Oh, mate, I was actually sitting over here in my seat, and I was physically moved. I felt sort of an influx of a force field of energy, neutrons coming through the airwaves. It illuminated my spirit. My whole sort of physiology was lifted into this sort of higher state, and I was floating around there, actually observing as if I was inside of a cupole. It was like a globe. I was sort of my body was transcribed on the inside. It was interdispersed into a planetary mist. And here I am today, and that's great energy.
Thank you very much, mate. I'm glad you're into it. That's just perfect.
There you go.
Matt, just wonderful. So that's at mattbowden.com. You can we can
that'll take you to my Facebook, my Wikipedia, my movies, my Vice documentary. It's all at mattbowden.com, or just book a spot in my Zoom diary if you want to catch up.
Matt, what room are you in at the moment?
This is my office at home, and these are posters from my steampunk movie and show from when I decided I wanted to be a rock star, which may or may not have been a bit of a midlife crisis.
Look around your room right now. Look around your room. Except for the posters, I want you to grab one thing in that room and show the audience that you're so proud of.
This is a Steinberger Demon guitar, which has been autographed by Serge Tankian and Tom Morello.
Yeah. Wow. There we go.
Wow.
There we go. Can you play it?
I can play it. It's not plugged in right now, but I can play the guitar.
Yeah.
No, it's right there. You can. Yeah.
Hey, mate, how about coming back on next Monday? Is that a possibility? Can we book some time with you?
Yeah, totally. If you want to do that, that'd be cool. Yeah.
I reckon.
Book in the Zoom diary?
Yeah, put it in the diary.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. That is so cool. Hey, Matt, thank you very much for joining us, mate. Really appreciate your time. And we'll see you next Monday at 9 o'clock, eh?
Yeah, totally, man. It's been really nice catching up again, Thane. Just thinking, I remember way back in the day, back in the George days and so on, and hanging out with you. And you also have just your voice, the frequency of your voice, I think people tune into because it's relaxing and calming and loving, and you listen to Thane and everything's going to be okay. Is that right, guys?
That's it.
Absolutely.
It's such a big head. Hey, Matt, you're a beautiful man. You're a beautiful man.
Yeah. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it.
Okay, bye.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
mate. Absolutely great. Thane Kirby, voice of a generation, everyone. Just remember that. Now, what have we got? Monique there? No, they're not. I don't know
Not
what
sure
that
what
is.
that's
Thane
referring
got shut
to.
down today.
Hang on. The guy said he's got beautiful eyes, and then ha 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 over there. I'm sorry, Luke. What were you saying?
Yeah, I got shut down. My picnics at Midnight Garden got shut down today by the authorities, by the government. We had a 3
What
hour.
happened?
Well, basically, after 3 hours, we got to the conclusion of we got some issues. But my thing is that every restaurant and bar, every cafe is breaking the law at the moment, because the law says you cannot enter a cafe space into a business. You can't enter that space. But every click and collect, you are entering their space because you've got street trading. You walk into their street trading. That is their space. That is their technical space. Everyone is breaking the law. And that was my sort of thing I kept to the government and said, with the police and the authorities. It wasn't the police, it was more the authorities. Just saying, look, you can't have people in your picnic area. I said, what's the difference between me walking over that cafe there and ordering coffee? I said, well, you're not entering. I said, yes, I am entering. I'm going to the street trading area, which is part of their business. And then, like, we'll get back to you. And like an hour and a half later, oh, look, this is a bit different because you're liquor licensing. Same thing. Prego. You go into the area. Boom. Anyway, so hey, look, I'm not a tamati. I'm just bowed down to them and go, Michelle. Yeah, there you go. So no more picnics.
Well, I saw the writing was on the wall, though, mate. There was a bar out, the Franklin or whatever, got a big picnic bar. They had theirs up on Friday after you took it to the media, hey, we're all on. So every other bar in the world basically kicked on with, we're a picnic space now, come on down. And then, boom, they all got shut down over the weekend. And now you were the last pretty much, probably because you were the first.
Yeah, I mean, they probably considered it because I was going to fight back a bit and had a good argument and so forth. And the police were great about it, actually. I will say the police. But what I really can't understand is why did they shut down a little picnic area in Ponsonby, but we have a 200 people gang tangi somewhere else and the police weren't involved.
So where did that happen? Because I saw that on your story. How did we miss that one? When was that?
Sophia, it's all over the news.
I just looked at News Hub and I couldn't see it.
Stuff.
Do you want to explain it, or should I go and Google it here, or would you like to explain it?
No. Unfortunately, a gang member, 18-year-old gang member, passed away, and there was a tangi in Poteroa, which they have a 50 restriction for any sort of outdoor gathering. There's 250 people at this gathering. Motorbikes, a parade, XYZ, and was there one policeman?
Where was it? In Auckland?
Poteroa.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So there's only a 50 restriction, but there's 250 people there.
Right.
What's the difference there? Is there? Am I missing something here? Am I missing?
I think they're just afraid. I think they're afraid of the gangs. I don't think they're going to come up and, like Big Logie says, it's not a picnic. That's a gang meet. Yeah. I don't know. I guess if they're afraid of them, they don't want to poke the bear, but it doesn't seem fair, that's for sure.
Yeah, but I'm the bear.
Not really. I think the gangs are on a...
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's a horrible thing. I personally think there's a holdover of someone, and it's a long bow to draw, but I think someone very close to the government's been in trouble with drugs before, and there might be...
Very long bow to draw. I've got some breaking news, everybody. Police have caught the woman who travelled through Northland with a COVID-infected case. While police have identified her, she has been on the run while they tried to track her down. Police say she has been found out in West Auckland, an address just moments ago. The woman has been taken into custody under Section 70 of the Health Act and will be transported to an MIQ facility, a police spokesperson has said. Police are continuing to investigate this matter and will also follow up this individual. Did you also see there's a little minute break a minute more? Sorry?
That's the second woman, not the initial first one. So, I think because Jacinda did, it's the second one. It's the friend.
Right, okay.
Because Jacinda said on the podium today, I've given them a reminder to use every tool in their toolbox, which would have been that section, whatever it was.
They knew where she was? Just didn't pick her up, or they were honestly looking?
I think they thought she was in Whangarei.
Yeah, what sort of bait do you reckon they put out for her to grab it like a rat?
I don't think did it say that there was a bait. I think they would have just tracked her down, didn't they?
Police chased her down. They would have had some sort of bait out for her that she would have grabbed.
I don't know.
Yeah, no idea. But she's been located, everybody. Yeah. Hey, our next guest is just about on the show. So this woman is her name's Naive. Nay is her name. Yeah. Let's have a go here. Naive Nay is her handle, and she made a little bit of a video. So, that's Matt Bowden just checking in and going, "Thanks, everybody. Nice guy." I'll bring everybody in on this. Have a look at this little video. I just have to load it up here for a split second. She made it on TikTok, and once she put it up, she just got the worst comments out of anyone from the Destiny's Church guys. So let me just load it here. I'm just finding it here. And give me your reactions. We'll go around the room.
One of you will betray me tonight. Is it me, Jesus? No. Is it me, Jesus? It's not you either. Is it me, Jesus? Is it me, Jesus?
So that was it. And so she got so much hate from Brian Tamaki fans. It's crazy. What did you think of that, guys?
Can you play it again? Because I reckon it's brilliant.
Oh, me too.
One of you will betray me tonight. Is it me, Jesus? No. Is it me, Jesus? It's not you either. Is it me, Jesus? Is it me, Jesus?
It's funny, isn't it? So yeah, that's her, and she's a little late, but she's going to be joining us. Just
I like how you put your hair tonight, Sophia. What's that look called? The front and back thing. It's really nice.
Straight.
So
Yeah.
you come straight over the shoulder there?
I don't know.
I don't know if you're grown. It looks dark. It looks great. It looks clean. Do you use Apple shampoo?
That's normal. I think
like Apple shampoo is your standard of clean.
No, I don't use Apple shampoo. I've got very delayed internet. I don't know what the fuck is happening right now, but I use not Apple shampoo. I use Beauty Dust shampoo. And it's natural and it's clean, and my friend makes it and it's awesome, and you can get it at beautydustme.co, I think. And then I usually have it in a curl, and now I have it in straight.
It's dropping lovely tonight. It's just dropping lovely. Seriously,
I think it is. It's awesome. He's very observant, isn't he, old Luke?
Oh yeah.
He picked up on the colour of your shirt earlier.
I know. You've got like so many opinions on me tonight. Look at your own camera, mate.
I see my fish tank over there on my right hand shoulder.
Is that you, Luke?
I did notice that you had a fish tank as an adult. Yeah, I did. It's cool.
Yeah, feed my
real
fish.
Cool. Is there a turtle in there or something? Little
turtle here.
Some guppies or something? What are you, 5?
Luke kind of reminds me of one of those Japanese guys that lives at the internet cafe. He looks like he's wearing what he goes to bed in, and he's just sort of waiting for the day to pass in the glare of the computer monitor. Maybe Japanese. Very good. Yeah, sweat patches under the arm. Maybe it gets to a point where he's actually trying to get heat from off the computer CPU and a little breeze that it provides.
Oh my god. Hayden said what happened to pajamas ads. Hayden, I'm not wearing pajamas. That's what happened. Honestly, I've just been so busy that by the time the show rolls around, I'm still in human clothing. And there was a time where I was like in the shower and in my pajamas, and no, now I do that after.
That was before daylight saving, time. It's sort of part of that
that's
equilibrium.
exactly what it is. Now my kids go to bed an hour later.
My circadian rhythm is out of whack.
Completely, isn't it? God, and I can't even have a barbecue. It's like one cool thing about
Thane?
What was that?
What's Sarah's question?
Sarah, what is your question? Would you just follow us up with that message, please? She's got a question.
Why are you asking Thane? Why don't you just read it?
We don't know what the question is.
Can we take a call?
But neither do you. No one can see the question.
The phone line's open, callers. So, of course, this is, Talkback. It says it over here. Talkback with Thane and Sophia. It's these guys, these kids. Get on the line. 021 949 555. If you've got a mobile, jump on it. It's free. Well, it's not free, but don't worry.
I'm trying to get our guest on, but that's here it is. Oopsie.
Oh, Tinder. I need to get the gold. Last month I spent $80 on Tinder. I tried to boost. I was trying to boost, and it worked not so well. But call the line if you want.
My laptop battery is low. I'm going to try and move, but then I'm going to lose the internet. I don't know what is going on tonight. It's super weird. Maybe it's ever since we had that show with that guy, Vinny.
Well, maybe Starboy. It was either Vinny sucked your power or Starboy sort of zapped your electromagnetic pulsed your MacBook.
Can we just go into more detail about that? YouTube monitors this or something like that. What's the story? What happens there?
So I got a violation notice by YouTube, and they said because we had some kind of unfact-checked COVID chat that it was detrimental to the platform, and on YouTube they cracked down on anything COVID related. So that's why they basically removed the video immediately. And
not because of the Jewish connection to me that he abused the Jews.
No.
Well, it wasn't exactly
that. I'm so glad that didn't fly.
Oh my God, I just had to quit out there when he mentioned the Jews. I'm just going, mate, this is just over the top.
The whole thing was a lot. It was a lot. That entire thing.
Are you the type of guy that would see someone selling a wandering Jew on Marketplace and be offended?
Right. So, anyways, Big Logie, I hope you get some support through. And also, Sophia, you were saying that maybe he does need some support, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I don't know. He reached out and as he extended an apology, and I just kind of think that it was really sad, and it was firstly, it was frustrating because having a conversation with someone who is not completely lucid is it's frustrating. But I do think that he seemed really genuinely upset. Do you know what I mean? In his mind, all the stuff's going on, and he's so worried and so upset and so wound up about it, and he's doing everything he thinks that he can do to just be safe and help people and help his wife, and he's just obviously seems completely distressed. And I just thought that was really sad because in his reality, everything's falling apart and he feels really afraid, and he doesn't really have any help, obviously, because everyone just thinks he's a fucking joke, which doesn't help the scenario. It's kind of like this little cycle going on for the guy. So I felt bad for him. I mean, you can't still just go and do stupid stuff like what he's doing and, spread lies. But other than that, on an emotional level, I felt for him.
So you're going to go have a cup of coffee with him?
No.
No.
I
won't
sent
be
my
coffee
answer
day.
through Thane because I was like, I can't be fucked.
Yeah.
But,
Very well.
I hope he gets help.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
do.
needs
Yeah,
it.
he needs it.
Is
Definitely
that
needs it.
ruthless?
No,
Hey,
I got a
so
text I got there. Anyway.
Yeah, a little bit.
let's bring Michelle in for something new to
So what's
talk
happening
to.
with yes, what's happening with this thing?
Michelle, what's happening?
Michelle, looking
I've had
good.
sound issues.
Hello.
Hello.
How's the show
Michelle,
been going? How's the show going?
It's been on mute. I've had sound issues.
Mm.
Oh, geez.
Yeah,
Are you
no.
getting-
Jesus won't help me.
Michelle, you getting ready for the Paralympics in 3 years' time?
I'm in retirement, thank you.
Maybe you could be a starter guy with the starter gun with the wheelchair. Go bang.
Oh, that's cool, you know.
It'll be quite good.
As far as being in retirement, it starts with a Y. Retire.
Oh, hey, guys. We
Get
can
it?
get rid of Michelle now. Thanks, Michelle. Got to go now. Bye. Our guests and Benny, we'll let you go now. Thank you very much, everyone. See you, mate. And let's now go to our guest who has arrived. Holy moly, that was such a long wait with such the most awkward chat from you fucking guys. Just letting it all hang out. It was just, oh, jeez, guys.
Oh,
Kia ora, Thane. How's it going, all right?
Kia ora. Yeah, I'm good. How are you guys?
Yeah, very good. Welcome to the show.
Good.
What,
I don't know what Thane was
Sophia.
just talking about then.
Oh, it's just that when
What
we
did
were
we do
chatting.
wrong?
No, we're just talking like Luke, oh, you've got lovely straight hair, Sophia. Then the other guy, then he goes, oh, you're going to go and have a coffee with this guy after you gave us a really nice, concise answer. And then we started talking about Jews, and I was like, oh, fuck it, now throw us a bone. But anyways, we've now got our special guest, Thane here. Now, Thane, I'm going to play this video. I thought the video was stroke genius. Let's have a look at that first.
One of you will betray me tonight. Is it me, Jesus? No. Is it me, Jesus? It's not you either. Is it me, Jesus? Is it me, Jesus?
I love it. No, I think it's the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, good.
It's bloody good.
Thanks, guys.
So, talk to me about where was that video? What inspired the video? Then the fallout from the video.
Yeah, right. Well, obviously, everybody knows now that Brian Tamaki promoted a huge gathering for just to fight for freedom and stop lockdowns. And so a huge gathering of what it was almost 2,000 people showed up to the domain. And so, yeah, it was just one of those, when you have a TikTok account, you constantly have audios playing on in your head. And I was like, hey, before I go to bed, I'm going to take the piss real quick. And then I woke up and it just all unfolded there.
Wow.
Yeah. And like some of the stuff they were sending is not very churchy, was it?
No, it's not very love thy neighbor at all.
For example,
I don't know, it's a bit small for you guys to see because it comes in text form. You see this kind of stuff here. But why don't you just describe what they were saying to you and how gory did it get?
Yeah, so I had like a few in the TikTok thread actually talking about like, gonna shove a stick up your dad's ass, like all this stuff. And I was like, Jesus, please. And then it was just like a whole lot of your mom, your dad. And I was like, oh, okay. So the audience here are 17-year-old, what is it? Brian Tamaki stands. I get it. I'm picking up what you guys are putting down. And then they decided to come through onto my Instagram, and then it was just like 3 days of just flat nonsense. And then them like pretty much being like, oh well, Brian didn't put a gun to our heads. Like we went because we wanted to go. And I was like, you've got to understand there's a level of accountability you have as someone of that sort of influential reach. And so, yeah, and then they were just like not getting the message. And I was like, you've missed the message completely. And they're like, no, I've just decided to ignore it like you. And I was like,
Nay, did you respond to any of these messages? Because when I put a Facebook post up, and quite a controversial one, I've done a few myself, I tend not to respond. But did you respond to your one?
oh, yeah, absolutely. I responded to them all. But nothing like in the same context as what they were sending me. I had one person say, oh, how about we bully you about that filter that you use to not get bullied? And then I just simply responded, with a rack like this, I don't get bullied.
That's good.
So I'm sorry.
Brilliant. How old are you, Nay?
I'm 25.
I think that was really clever. I'm a Catholic, right? And I looked at that and I just thought, good on you. That was awesome. That really that was sharp.
Yeah. Your TikTok name is Evil
It was
Hand.
very intelligent.
Thanks, guys. Big brains.
I love that. Hey, there's a follow-up one, right? Can I play the follow-up one?
Yes, you can play the follow-up one.
This is the follow-up one, guys. Watch this, I think.
Eat shit and die, you fucking poor bitch. I do not care about you. You are not worth my time.
I love you, Jesus. You give me reason. You give me hope. Jesus never let me go.
Geez, you look like the Virgin Mary there.
How about that, eh?
Eat shit
Oh,
and
hang on,
die,
guys. Whoopsie,
you
sorry. That was
fucking-
me.
I'm just reading the username. Yes, it is Selena. Selena was asking. My internet's a bit funny. I don't know if you answered that already. If that was your TikTok username, was it with 2 G's?
Yeah, it's 2 G's and then an underscore. Just a selfless promo going on right now.
Nice.
Hey,
Fantastic.
people
No,
are
good.
asking. They want to follow you.
Yeah. And what about the support? So we know Brian Tamaki's robots were after you. Has that stopped? And did you receive any support from anybody? Like people come out and support you? That's important.
Yeah, no. So I took I took it to Twitter because everyone on Twitter is from the streets and don't hold back.
Yeah.
And so there was a lot of support in that thread, and that blew up, and then it just Twitter was absolutely fine. It was the TikTok teenagers that got a little bit hurt along the way.
Brilliant. And has it fueled your
Interesting. I
fire?
would've thought it'd be the other
Sorry.
way.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Has it fueled your fire to
interesting
become
that it was
a
young
content creator?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was just like a little bit of a joke. But I'm like, oh hey, I'm halfway through a comms degree. Let's do something.
Is that what you are? You're a student, Nay, are you?
Yes, yeah. So unemployed bum at the moment.
Whereabouts are you doing your comms degree?
I'm doing my comms degree at AUT, so I'm doing a major in radio.
Oh wow!
Oh, good on you.
Well,
Yeah, because I was like, I don't really have the face to be on TV, so
I do. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
I thought
We
so
both
as
do.
well.
Excellent. Oh well, so has it all died down now? All the hate?
The hate has. So I think like 3 days ago, all the comments from the TikTok thread that were like ill intent and malicious have actually all been like deleted. Not from TikTok, not from me. So I feel like there's been like a mass email that's gone out, basically saying remove everything.
That's
because
so crazy.
Because I think it goes hand in hand with the case that's coming up as well. And so to avoid an unfair trial, you've got to kind of remove everything and all names that are attached to that trial.
Wow.
Did you get receipts though? Did you screenshot them all?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a featured reel of it on my Instagram of a majority of the messages. And I was like, yeah. And I've got like usernames, I've got like people promoting the gathering on the 16th of October. And I'm just gonna be like, I'd like to report a crime.
Fantastic.
There we go.
Here you go.
Absolutely.
So, Nay, I want to start up a TikTok account, but I'm not really too sure how I should do it. I mean, is it for me? I'm 48 years of age. Shall I start up a TikTok account? What do you think?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Don't TikToks do all those dances?
Oh, you know what? You'll find your niche. You'll find it.
There we go.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, yeah, I mean, you just got to find a little something, right? I mean, you've got a little garden bar there. Maybe you can turn that into something there, Luke.
I reckon so too. I think because I've got a little garden bar that got shut down today, Nate. But anyway, yeah, I reckon I could do a little TikTok. I love your plants behind you there.
Yes, I absolutely did not rearrange my whole room purely for this at all. This is absolutely all natural. I wasn't creating any mise en scene, but
you have, haven't you?
It looks good either way.
I have busted. Thank you.
And just spin your screen around. Let's have a look at your windows quickly. See how tidy it is.
Sorry, I've got a real weak connection in here all of a sudden.
Fantastic. Hey, thank you so much for joining us. Nice little chat. And yeah, watch out, with Brian. Would you recommend picking on Brian Tamaki? Would you do it again? Give him a little bit of a nudge if needed?
Yes.
Right. That's the right answer. Good on you.
Absolutely. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah.
The more the better with that guy.
How's it, Rick?
Excellent. Hey, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it. And good luck with your degree. And it was a broadcasting, isn't it? Or communications. That's it.
Yeah.
Communications. AUT.
Good on you. All right. All the best. See you soon.
Thank you.
Okay. See you. Bye.
Yeah. She's doing the Lord's work there.
Absolutely.
I just think that's an amazing thing. I just think that's quite clever. It's the small things that are clever, eh?
Yeah.
The small things. And that was
very
clever.
Yeah, most definitely.
She's definitely intelligent.
What are you watching in the background there, Sophia? What's the TV show?
Masterclass Donafari Yoga.
I
do. I put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I got to say, Luke, you'd get a lot out of the masterclass. Most definitely.
I've been looking at it. I'm trying to. I've just don't have time at the moment. It's so busy. So it's not a hanky, by the way. It's my glasses thing. I'm just so busy at the moment, and just don't have time to watch any TV. I haven't watched TV for 3 days.
You can actually do the audio. You can flick it to audio, so when you're going on your walk, you can just put it in. Your headphones.
Really?
So there's.
Okay, that's good thing, because when I do my 10K walks, I do need to listen. I normally listen to a bit of rock, but I need to do that.
Yeah.
That's great.
10K walks.
It's well worth it.
I lost my glasses.
Hold that glasses story there, Luke. Back to you, Benny. What's going on there with the facts?
Oh, yep. I ran it all through the algorithm. That last story, genuine, not a state actor or sort of a false flag eventist or anything. Actual person, legit, not a propagandist or plant. Actual evil hag.
For reals. Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Thanks, Mack. Hey, getting back to you, Luke Dallow, the fish, they're a new addition. We haven't seen them before. We'd love to have a look. What's going on there?
The fish back here. Yeah, well, that was fish there. And I bought them for the kids for Christmas, but they didn't.
Why do you have fish?
Oh, well, I have fish in case on a Friday I get hungry. I just fry them up and pull them out of the tank and chuck them in the pan and eat them.
Survivalist. He's a survivalist, ladies and gentlemen.
And I've got my spirulina in there too, there, Sophia. My fresh spirulina in there and the algae, and I just dry that out and put that in the blender with my bananas and my coconut.
Is that
juice.
just the light, or is that extremely green water filled with fungi and all that kind of stuff that needs to be changed?
No, it's the light, mate. It's the light. Okay, it's my green light. It's the sharp fungi light, algae light.
People are concerned. I hope you know the difference between spirulina and algae in your dirty fish tank.
Well, I have been losing weight.
Might explain why you look the way you do tonight.
What's happened?
Nothing.
Look good.
Well, did you shave over the weekend or what?
Fine.
Just you were shaggier with your beard there for a second. For
Oh
a couple
no,
of weeks.
I got some trimmers and I just
Took it
so I
back.
put the old 5mm shave on. Do you not like it, or shall I go deeper?
No, I reckon lose the beard and keep the moustache. Yeah, that's something magical. That moustache.
Yes.
Wow.
Like go handle,
Yes, right.
down
No,
here.
Not like
I don't.
Adam.
Yeah. I don't think you're a handle guy. I think you're a tidy moustache guy. And what I love is the trim over the lip, precise and accurate. No problems with soup whatsoever.
Like this.
But then you
No.
need the little bit at the bottom.
Oh,
Like
you
the
need,
magician, little down the
Yes.
bottom on your chinny chin. Yeah.
shall I tweak it?
That's
Yeah.
that looks great.
Give it a little tweak. Okay, well, listen, we were at a crossroads here, guys. Like my last interview hasn't shown up, and I was going to show everybody the latest developments in electric motorbikes. We were going to walk through a showroom in Tauranga tonight with Ego, but unfortunately they had to reschedule at a very late moment. So we're really going to look at on a Monday night, huge traffic tonight, and there's still a huge amount of people. We're either going to open up to pets. And so introduce you to us to your pets. So Hayden, if there is anyone got a cat, we'd like to judge your pet. So there is a link. There's a link right now that is in the comments. Jump on there with a pet and introduce us, or we're going to give it to our fact guy, and he's going to fact his way out with as many facts before 10:30 as possible. Team, what's your feelings? Go around the room. Sophia, how do you feel about that? What's going on?
I love a pet.
Okay, let's go for pets. Luke Dallow.
I'm going for pets, and if anyone brings their pet on the show, they'll win a $200 Midnight Guard voucher.
Wow. Okay, that's really wow. Okay, there you go, guys. Corey's coming in. G'day from Point Chev. Corey, if you've got a cat or a dog, bring your pet on right now. The next first person to bring your pet in gets a $200 voucher to what?
Midnight Gardener. Midnight Gardener. It will be open too in the future. Hey, what's happened to a mullet guy in the Brisbane or Australia? I like talking to that guy.
Jamie.
Truck driver.
Yeah. Can we call him up? Is he listening?
Jamie Oxley.
I don't know. You'd have to. He comes in sometimes, doesn't he? He's great. I really like him.
Yeah, I really
We
like
haven't seen Adam come into the show for a while. Adam's got a new baby though, so I'm sure he is right under the pump at the mo.
Oh, you know that feeling when new baby, you're just so tired, you're just on automatic, aren't you? Just like,
I love it though. Those first 3 months are so fantastic. Like you're just in a bubble and you're on a totally different time schedule as a woman, like as a mother, and you kind of don't have to go anywhere or do anything, and no one's going to say anything or be like, are you okay? Because you're just snuzzling around with your baby, and it's awesome.
I mean, it's such a nice connection between mother and baby at those first day to 6 months. I mean, just the connection of, the mother's milk and stuff like that. It's incredible. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It's just it's nature. It's beautiful.
It is.
Hayden,
how do I share video? We've got sorry, Sophia. How do we share video? Hayden, there's a link in the comments. Click the link and join us in the room. Okay. The link looks like
this. Explain where it was?
It's in the comment section of the post, right?
On
Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, D Live, blah blah blah.
Yes, where's jet lag? Yep, there you go. See, motherhood's like jet lag. As a father, it's like that too. It's like jet lag.
Hey, Luke.
Yep.
Have you ever gone for a hoon on a electric bike, mate?
Never. Why would I go on a bloody electric bike when I've got a ute that's full of diesel? Mate,
how about you guys? Because we were going to be talking bikes tonight, mate? And you just don't really sound like a believer.
No.
I'm all in it, mate. I think they're bloody terrific.
Bike lanes.
Bloody
Bike lanes. What a waste of time, mate.
Are you a bit of a bikey old Thane Curb? curb stuff.
Not like I've got an electric scooter, and
I'd pay good money to see you ride that.
Why is that funny?
A big man on a tiny scooter. It's fucking
It's
hilarious.
not tiny. No, he's
funny,
got
it's great.
the
Yeah, it's
he's got the
deluxe.
Mack.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'll give you, okay.
So it's
I think
electric.
It's a
and
New
so-
Zealand thing. We don't understand like actual scooters or like the ride-on scooters. And when you're in Bali, like
true.
it's just so normal. And then you come back and you're like, yeah, someone's on a scooter, and everyone's like, look how stupid they look. Look at their bloody helmet.
Okay, so,
look at their
so
legs.
what did you buy? Like, did you get yourself a Lime scooter?
Yeah, well, I just told you that. So we've got a scooter, and
What kind of scooter?
All right.
Like one of
I
these
don't
ones that you see on the footpath, or the ones that you can
so
drive down the motorway?
Yeah, but
there's
but
the same ones
Come
that
on,
you'd
guys.
see. They're called beams. You know, the beam ones.
Oh,
we've got those
yeah,
ones.
buddy.
Yeah.
Fucking
Well,
awesome.
I'd like
I
to
used
see you in a
actually,
helmet. How big's your helmet, mate? Does it go to XXL, your helmet, or what?
crash helmet.
Yeah, well, no, I like a bigger sized hat. No, I like a bigger sized helmet, but I can kind of fit just a normal large helmet.
Because
No
in
problem.
so in Bali, did you used to sort of bust it around on scooters, mate, shirtless, kind of,
No, no,
coconut under the armpit?
No, we had a driver.
Oh,
Oh, I love that. Ooh, a
so you
chauffeur.
so Thane, were you shirtless in Bali and your boobs were going up and down and you're going over?
Hey,
bunch of
Christ, man, what's got
assholes.
into you?
This is an
I know.
awful conversation.
That's a digital Me
That's
Too
a kettle calling the pot
situation.
black.
Okay.
You just got digitally Me Too in a live stream scenario. That's great evidence.
Get out of here.
Who's
But
talking? I don't know what's going on.
irregardless-
What are we laughing at?
Oh,
We're
hang on.
trying to, move on. We're trying to move
Yeah.
along. So, scooters in the islands. So you guys had drivers. I actually went to Penang once, and I was bussing it around on one of those little scooters, and I took it over like a 5-kilometer bridge, and and by the time I got over the bridge, it was dead. The scooter was dead. So I actually had to try and recover it.
Yeah.
It turned into a whole ordeal.
Thank God for
Guys,
that.
we've got a caller. Let's bring in our caller. Hayden Brown, are you there?
How are you, Hayden?
Hayden, can you turn your camera on, please? We want to see your cat.
Hit V on the keyboard. See? Hit V, I dare you.
Doesn't look like he's happening there.
Can we hear him?
Hysteria.
1-2, Hayden, 1-2.
What do you
Come on,
guys reckon
Hayden.
he's got? A feline.
I reckon he's got a ginger pussy.
Okay. And what about you, Sophia? What kind of feline do you think he's got there?
I think he's got a dog.
Nah.
Okay.
Ginger
I reckon he might have a mouse. He might be keeping mice under the kitchen sink. I don't know where you'd keep a mouse. I suppose
In a
Maybe
cage.
find one there.
Is he trying to find his gerbil?
Could be.
Here we go. Here we go. G'day, recap.
Where's Puma? Where's Puma?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
There he is, big baby. Well, recap, Dave. You got $200 to spend at Midnight Gardener, my friend. Well
Goes
done,
into
you.
a drawer, Sophia. All pets go into the drawer.
Oh,
You didn't say
I'll
that.
have to go.
Actually.
I
You said
won't
first
get
person.
it. I go into the drawer.
Go into the drawer.
We'll
Yeah.
run it through
Oh,
justice
go
of
into
the
the
peace.
drawer.
I don't think so.
You're back in the drawer.
I think
Bang.
we'll be re-looking at that one.
Hey,
Why?
hey,
Why?
Benny.
Yeah.
Show us your trouser snake.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm trying to keep it in the terrarium there, and the trouble is, I left it out on the heat pad overnight, and the heat pad went off, and it actually
It's the TV. So I'm just setting up. I've got 2 phones, and I've got 2 Samsungs, and I'm getting it so that Puma can see stuff on TV too.
What's the second phone for? Recap, Dave. Is that like you're a pimp or?
Sorry.
What's the second phone for? Is that like
well,
you're
I
a
can't
pimp or a?
say. I want to see the straight. I can see talking now, but I can't see.
Don't
Greg,
overcomplicate it, I reckon.
Okay, so he's doing like the Elvis Presley thing, multiple screens.
I'm
Yeah.
overcomplicating it.
We just want to see.
Pardon?
Mind you.
Oh, Puma. Here's Puma again. I'll do Puma.
Andrew says Puma is hands down a squatter.
Hey, recap, Dave. Can you just show us any spots of your carpet? Any carpet there, or is it all covered with stuff?
Right,
moving on. I'll show you the carpet. Here's the carpet.
Christ. I love it. Look, I wish I could keep a residence in that state. You'd never know what you'd find.
Okay, Sophia, see you soon. All the best. See you
Yeah.
tomorrow.
See you shortly, Sophia.
See ya.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay. You going to
I
her
love
house?
you, dude.
What's going on?
Am I going to go? Saying goodbye to
No,
Sophie?
you can stay on. We
stay there around the corner, mate.
You can stay, recap.
No, look, you will not see me shortly. And I know you did that the other night. And I'm going to actually be quite grumpy with you if you keep doing that, because it's not very nice. I'm the only woman in this conversation, and it's annoying. And it's rude.
Good night, Sophia.
Thank you. Good night. Enjoy your fish tank.
Hopefully we get some pets falling in.
There he is, eh? The despicable male. You're a shocker. Anyways, back to this guy. What are you saying, mate? Recap.
No, just what do you mean? Did you call Luke a despicable male?
Yeah.
Has he upset Sophie?
Yep.
Well, clearly.
He deliberately does it. He deliberately does it, though. That's good.
Yeah.
I like
Everyone
it.
can see that.
Oh,
yeah, I know. But he winds her up, and I think she actually likes it, eh?
She loves the attention.
Recap.
She loves the attention.
You guys are both shockers. Hey, anyways, do you want to do a fact out?
It's good video commentary. It's good. It's video, audio, video commentary. It's good.
I heard you on News Talk ZB last night as well. Recap.
How many times? I read 3 times.
Just a couple. This guy was singing a song last night to this Mike. What was his name?
I'll sing it. I'll sing it again. I'll sing it was from our record.
And I thought, I thought to myself, this is the loneliest guy in the fucking world.
Said the chimp to the monk, and the big babu one night in June. He married him, and very soon he came across a honeymoon, moon.
I'm kind of jealous of the guy, frankly. He looks happier than I'll ever fucking be. He looks like he's got a good grasp on technology.
It's a painted smile. It's a smile. This is not a real face.
You know what I would suggest, Benny?
I doubt that. He's got a great grasp on technology.
I would love to see a life swap with you and Recap Dave. How about that? So you just guys swap lives for 24 hours.
You know those robbers that go into the banks and grab lap on their face?
Yeah.
You know those robbers.
You could live like Recap. Look at it. Recap, shut up for a second. You could live like Recap Dave in amongst his room.
His keepings. His treasure.
There it is, the treasure trove.
And Benny, I'll be Puma.
You could be Puma. And what we could actually do is we could get some jewels or some gems, maybe even a small treasure chest, and we'd hide it somewhere right there in the living room. We'd create a very elaborate map, and we'd set upon an adventure. It would take weeks. It would be a voyage, and we would have come across the treasure.
I reckon that room smells like chicken McNuggets. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I'm going with chicken McNuggets with the sweet and sour. A little bit sweet, a little bit sour.
Yeah, there he is.
There you go, recap.
Nice one, mate.
Oh yeah, good entertainment. Hey guys, I'm gonna go to got to feed the fish.
All right, mate. Catch you later.
Okay,
eh?
buddy.
See
You
tomorrow.
take care. Thank you so much,
Cheers,
Luke. I
pal.
appreciate you.
Hey,
Great
so do you
guy.
want to fact this out, or what do you want to do? You just want to commentate? Do you want to commentate on this guy? Because I would just love to be behind the scenes and would knock out some work myself.
Yeah, I
So-
think what's going to happen is me and Recap are going to really sort of
Okay.
take this show right up into the 10:30 p.m. time slot.
Okay. 10 minutes.
We're going to actually do some quality talk back.
Okay. I'm out. I'll work behind the scenes, guys. We'll see you tomorrow, Tuesday. We were talking to some people behind Creative New Zealand. They're not giving artists a supplement during COVID, but the chief executive still on $300,000 a year. What's going on there? So we have a little bit of a chat. Plus, we're going to put a phone call through to the Wizard of Christchurch, who got dumped recently by Christchurch City Council. They don't need his wisdom or wizardry. So, yeah.
Well, once the magic leaves,
Yeah,
it's gone.
that's right, mate. I'm going to turn the show over to you. I'll play a promo and then you're back. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll see you real soon.
Thank you, Gandhi.
What are you going to do with that money if you win?
Well, I'm definitely going to get a new supercharged Mustang with dual exhaust and about 5 kilos of cocaine, and I'll be good to go.
Okay, so you like cars. You like cars.
Okay,
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah.
How you doing there, Recap?
I'm good. Matt. Now, what's your name? What's actually? Is it Ben?
Benny
Mack?
Mack.
Is it Mack?
Fact
Mack,
checker.
Mack, as in Mack truck, hey, Mack truck.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. As in the
Do you,
truck.
do you like? Do you like that song? Do you like that song, King of the Road?
I fucking love that song, buddy. How did you know? Are you
King
one of
of
those
the Road.
mind freaks?
No, I don't know. A lot of people like that song. I liked it. I remember it from the 1970s.
I love it. It sort of takes me back to that easy feeling, life on the road, you know.
And
the
what about
interstate.
some of those? What are some of those Mack truck songs? There were quite a few of them, eh? There were quite a few. You
Mate,
remember
were you a fan
any
of the
them?
old Convoy? Were you a fan of the old
Oh,
Convoy?
Yeah, I
movies?
know that one. Convoy.
You know,
Convoy.
fucking trucking USA and all this kind of carry on.
But remember that one, Convoy, American Convoy. Nah,
Mate,
how does
I
it
remember it all too well. Oh, mate, it's so many years. What about the one of Born in the USA? Wasn't that a great road song?
No, that's wasn't that Bruce Springsteen?
Oh, mate, what a fucking killer! What a fucking legend!
They call him. They call him. What do they call him? They call him the boss. The boss.
The fucking boss. You don't want to fuck your boss because your boss is actually, you know, as a boss,
I'm
you've got to
I'm getting a
adhere to
double.
certain
Look,
workplace
I'm getting a double.
requirements.
I'm getting a double chin. I'm just noticing I'm getting a double chin.
That's a healthy thing. That's
I've
a
been
healthy
eating a lot
thing.
of cheese. I've been having too much cheese in my diet lately.
What have you got? A
I
whole lot
bought
of. Have you got a fucking roll of mozzarella right under your fucking chin, mate?
No, I bought the last one I bought was 28% less fat.
You're robbing yourself.
mainland cheese. I bought a kilogram of it, and it cost $15 from Countdown in Mount Eden.
Did
I
you
bought
know
it
that cheese
about
is
3
more
days ago.
expensive gram for gram than gold itself?
Is that right?
Yeah,
Look,
and
I don't
petrol.
believe. No, it's not. It can't be.
I'm the fact checker.
No, because you can get a kilogram of cheese for $15. How much is gold a kilo? It's an ounce. That's an ounce.
It's considerably less, irregardless. What about the price of water? A liter of water, 1.5 bottle of water from Foursquare costs more than a liter of petrol fuel at the pump.
Yeah, I know,
can
but how
drive
much? Do you know how much is
fuel.
an ounce? How much does an ounce of gold weigh? It's 1 ounce. It's not very much. And a kilogram,
Imagine how much
you can get
cheese you could have. A
you
lot.
can get a lot more.
You could buy a lot. Irregardless, it is fucking expensive. And then if you wanted to buy feta cheese, it's even more.
Yep. But I'm just saying that how much is gold an ounce? No, at the moment. Google that.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
Let's move
and
right
you-
along. We're on
you can get a
Talkback tonight with Thane and
kilogram
Sophia.
of
We've got
cheese.
Recap Dave on. He's a fucking legend. He took the nous, he's got the mental aptitude, and he's also got the book smarts and the computer smarts. He knows how to use technology at its best. What he's got is he's got 2 Samsung phones. He's got his usual phone and he's got his burner SIM phone for doing all his dodgy shit on, irregardless of the facts, these facts, those facts, and other facts. He's got a cat. The cat's named Puma. It's not named
Puma.
after the shoe. The cat's named after the cat that's named after the shoe. Puma. Brand. It's not.
I turned
He
up the
didn't brand
sound
the
on
cat.
the-
It's a
on
brand of
the
shoe.
other phone so Puma can hear this.
Okay, can I actually talk
Yep.
to the
Yep.
cat?
Yep.
Okay,
There's a
Puma, I'm
delay.
talking to you.
There's a
This
delay.
broadcast, my friend, is going out to you. Yeah, kitty, 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 kitty. Wake up, wake up. You're having a good day. We're going to take you for a walkie-walkie. Come on, Puma, jump into the car. We're going to take you for a ride. Are you hungry? We've got some shift food for you. Yum, 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 yum. Some shift food. Wake up! Okay, we got the head flip. We affected the cat's ears. We're gonna take you down to the beach and throw you in the water.
Don't say that.
He's not wake. I'm just trying to elicit a response. We're obviously not going to do any of these things. Okay, Recap, can you just pause your stream there? We've got a guest. We've got a live caller. Live caller, thanks for calling in. Have you got anything you want to discuss?
Is it working now?
Loud and clear.
Well, the bloody cat's gone.
But you've got a stuffed animal there. What kind of animal have you got there? Is
the
it a
cat was
bear?
sleeping- Yeah.
Show us
But-
the teddy bear. That'll have to do.
I'll show you this. Right?
Yes, show us some content.
They said it couldn't be done.
Wow. Is that a Christmas Santa Egyptian cat drawn by a child or a very, very talented artist who gets paid a
Yeah.
lot?
And they said it couldn't be done.
Said it couldn't be done. Hayden, mate, thanks for calling in. Oh, and then there's a color version. Is this
Yeah.
a theme?
It's a cat that looks like Santa.
I like that. Do you dress your cat like Santa?
Where is he
at
gone?
Christmas?
No, that was just a one-off.
That's just a one. I like it. I think it's
trying
a
to
thing.
find him.
Santa cat.
I'm
Santa
trying
cat.
to find him because I wanted to get the $200 from Luke.
Absolutely, sir. That money, actually, it's still in the ether. It's part of the blockchain ether. It's in the sort of space. It's floating around like space dust. It's as good as that. $200 is as good as dust. But irregardless, you're going to have to produce a live animal. Live animal. No representations of holidaying or pagan cat gods. We're not looking for pagan cat gods from Coca-Cola branded cat on a with a fucking beard. Weird, dude.
Yeah.
But $200 could be yours, caller. We appreciate you, and I fucking love you, dude. Thanks for calling in.
Is it New Zealand dollars?
200 New Zealand dollars worth of dumplings or some sort of hospitality at Midnight Gardener. We've got to get it signed off by the Justice of the Peace. I don't know anyone at the Justice of the Peace. It could be legit. It might be a sham concealed inside of a scam. I don't know. It's not for me to say. Once we come up with the money, we will. It'll be a thing. So we need the animal. Show us the animal.
I want to see Puma.
I think you need to go outside, my guy, with the torch. Find the animal. You know where it'll be? It'll be under the cat, lying under the bonnet, somewhere, trying to get. Here we go, Puma.
Yeah, I'm going to find it. I'm going to look for it now.
Okay, because this is the crescendo. We're trying to build up to some sort of a fucking exciting crescendo in the last minute of the show, because I tell you, I've got the producer in my ear. We've got someone in the control room. Okay, let's cut to the full screen on Hayden's cam. And cut.
There's a cat
okay,
there.
cue the animal. Cue the animal to perform. Can I talk to the cat? Here, kitty, 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 kitty. You are live on the World Wide Web. We appreciate you. The camera nice and still. And aim it right up on the cat, because at this point, I doubt that it's a live animal. There it is. Okay, perfect. Perfect. We can validate. That was a live animal. Very good. Yeah. Can we go for the close-up of the face of the cat in the light? And that's going to appease our sponsors.
He's gone, like he comes in and out.
Okay. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much for calling in, Hayden. Ooh, we're going to put your name in the freaking hat. Okay. Thanks for calling in, buddy. We're going to wrap the show up because it's that time, ladies and gentlemen. It's 10:32. We've gone over the time. Apparently, for every minute we go over the shot, costs production $1,000 because of service space. So I'm going to wrap this up and keep it short. Thanks for calling in to the callers. Thanks for tuning in. You saw some live animals. We had live animals on the show. They say don't work with children or animals. These are your presenters, Thane, Sophia, Luke, Dallow, and Benny Mack. Good night, New Zealand.
Good night.